Mm-hmm.
Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This drama contains adult language and partial nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, this is Chris Arnold from the Dallas Mavericks and 105.3 The Fan, and you're listening to the Drunk Sports Podcast, talking sports, current events, guy stuff, and everything in between. Now open up a cold one and drink along, because they are here. Got you down.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
You can buy me a drink.
We're all drunk.
Hello, and welcome, drunk dudes and dolls and drunk sports pod turds, to a Wednesday edition of the Drunk Sports Podcast, live from the DSP Media Podcast Studios in North Dallas. I'm Indy Tim. I'm joined alongside Colby, Whiskey, Tillum, and Sapp, and one PGA of America member. I don't know how we got a PGA of America member in here.
I'm not so sure how you got me here for.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Tap the brakes. Hang on 1 second, please.
Producer's great.
Now try it.
Did you turn my mic on this?
I got it.
I think the whole last year. How do you get me on 2 shows in a row? I mean, it's you
Well, the first one's your show.
Well, I mean, I'm talking one day and then tonight and then, boy, you're gonna ask anything else you need from me.
There wasn't anyone else literally available.
Fact. That is fact. Fact.
We found the bottom of the barrel, and there you were.
Oh, I'm a little under that.
We were scraping.
Yeah.
You moved the barrel and then you got me, right?
Right.
Is that how it works?
Right.
Oh, we were scraping like mofos.
I'll take what I can get.
That's what I've heard.
I like who
It's
likes
a fact.
me. As my man Mar says, I like who likes
Where's
me.
your bunny ears?
Oh, we had to put him away.
Uh-oh.
Maybe next segment. I'm waiting to hear back from
Okay.
from this special person.
From your friend?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Huh. Because all right, we debuted them last night on Bottom Line Sports Talk.
Monday
And Monday on
we did it. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
All right. I guess I should turn my light on so people can see me, huh?
Please.
Yeah, that would help out. By the way, while we're stalling before we get into Around the Cowboys, I'd like to issue a formal complaint to everybody with the new year, new me SOBs that have all showed up at the gym at the same time in groups. I understand that you found a new way in order to be able to help yourself out. And man, I'm really am behind you with you trying to get in there and get some the physical workout in and all that kind of good stuff. And I don't even mind that you're taking up the areas that I want to get into by performing exercises wrong. As long as you're in there, I'm fine. What I'm pissed off about, though, is I've noticed a new trend this year. It's not one of you showing up, or you and your spouse showing up, or you and your friend showing up. It's you and the rest of your gang is showing up, like 4 and 5 people at a time, all doing the exercise wrong and all taking up that particular area that maybe only has one available at my local gym. That you're going to be there for a whole hour because you've got to explain to everybody each set what they're supposed to do, and you're still explaining it wrong. Here's what I want you to do. Break up into smaller groups as number one. And number two, if you wouldn't mind, I don't know, go catch a YouTube channel on how to actually do that particular exercise before you go in there looking like a complete idiot. I mean, it's right there. Information highway is on everyone's phone.
Oh, dear.
You don't have trainers at gym?
Just look at, yeah, but the trainer, unless you actually ask them to come over and help you, will just kind of walk by you like everybody else doing. I don't know what that is. So, I mean, again,
oh dear,
I am all for you, new year, new whatever, and you're going to attack this thing and really get your life right. That's cool. But Man, y'all got to show up like a school of fish.
Well, if they're coming in at the beginning of the year, their life ain't gonna get right because they'll be there for about 3 weeks, and
That's what I told them off the air. I'm like, give them 2 weeks.
Yeah, they'll shut it down.
It won't be a problem for very long.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love for them to stay. Man, it's great. Just,
I mean,
break it up a little bit.
It's January 4th. I've already quit going to the gym.
I mean, you didn't start.
Exactly.
All right, then.
I tried.
Yeah.
New Year's Day, but they were closed. So I'm like,
No, they weren't.
y'all's fault.
No, they weren't.
Well, the one I went to was.
They opened at noon.
They weren't closed.
So I went at 6:45 in the morning. I was ready to start going New Year's Day.
Oh, well, that's not exactly.
I wanted to lift some kettlebells.
I mean, I can get you a kettlebell.
That sounds like an excuse to me. He knew the hours. He just said, I was here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I tried. Now I got to freaking wait till next year. It ain't right. We got a great show for everybody tonight, regardless of what you've heard in the first 5 minutes and 44 seconds.
Hey, man, that was informative.
I promise.
Mm-hmm.
We will go around the Cowboys. We're to preview the Washington Commanders as a rookie quarterback will now face your Dallas Cowboys, who need a win. Desperately need a win. I mean, in my opinion. And then, of course, drunk sports celebrity birthdays like only Colby can offer with our good, bad, and ugly.
That's correct.
We're going to talk a little college football playoffs and some bowl game situations just because we had a request for that.
Who's that son of a bitch?
By the way, boys, I've got a new hot news girl of the week we will discuss. And boy, howdy.
Is she local?
Oh, my God. ESPN.
Is she local?
I mean,
Well, ESPN. No, she's on Sports Center.
we'll have to.
I've never seen her before.
We'll have to compare Gerb to the bowling chick we just got through seeing in there. Wow, I need to find out her name.
Well, we can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Gerb probably knows who is.
Yeah, probably
He knows
better.
everybody.
I might.
We're also going to offer our biggest sports pet peeves from a personal level. And I have one. I have not my biggest sports pet peeve, but it's one of them. And it drives me insane every time it happens. We'll get into that in the second hour. Week 18, the very last week of the NFL regular season, we will offer our picks and predictions. Our picks against the spread. We don't really give predictions because nobody cares what we think.
Right.
And then, of course, to finish the show, Colby Sapp's world-famous 57 years running news and notes of the weird and strange as he found on the internet.
Yet did it.
Is what we're going to do. And I bet you, like we always do, we'll hear something about a Florida man.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
But before any of that, we have some business to tend to. And now it's time for Around the Cowboys, where we discuss America's team, brought to you by the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Good God. Why don't you just go ahead and add a record scratch at the end of that intro? It's so abrupt. Everybody in the back seat that wasn't wearing seatbelts is now sitting with the people in the front seat. Just slams on the brakes. Yes!
It cracks me up. Colby kept getting on to me because the intro was wrong about the mediocre NFC East and all this stuff. He's like, you can't say that anymore. So I just deleted half of the old one rather than make a new one, and now it just sounds like Ron Burgundy's reading it.
Right.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Just question mark.
You know, the funny thing we were in the green room. We had a little talk earlier about how much. Do you really like any teams, the Dallas teams, Tim? Any
I like all the Dallas, well, except for that soccer one.
All of them.
Yeah.
Didn't sound like it in there, did it?
Huge Stars fan, huge Rangers fan, huge Mavericks fan, huge Cowboys.
Really?
Whatever one I didn't say
You
yet.
confused the shit out of me because I didn't.
Hey, look, just because I'm a fan doesn't mean I can't be real about the team.
Man, you're not even real.
I'm not. I do not
any
wear
of it.
Cowboys colored glasses. I don't wear Stars colored glass. Any of that crap. I'm very real.
So you think? Well, what things you said is not real.
Yeah.
Like what?
The Mavs are going to make the playoffs.
Mavs are not making the playoffs.
Okay, well, I'm not saying I'm a wagering type of person,
Really?
but I'm a wagering type of person.
Like everybody knows that.
Yeah, and I will be willing to put a little bit of candy down.
Mavs will be lucky to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, well, we can,
And then they're going to be another one and done, probably to the Clippers.
that's another story, but
all right.
they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay. I hope you're right, because I would love to see another championship here in Dallas.
I know. Well, you're going a little too far with that one, but
I mean,
yeah.
you will in
Not-
the next 3 years.
See, Colby thinks they're going to win one with Luka.
Yeah.
I think the year they trade Luka, they'll win one the year after that.
Why would they trade Luka?
because they want to make their team better.
Who would they get this?
Wait, this is called Around the Cowboys,
It's
y'all.
Around the Cowboys, and please don't get him started. It's going to do nothing but give me indigestion when he talks this kind of stupid shit about stuff he don't know.
My bad.
What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name?
Ezekiel!
Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not bring my mother into this. You know what I did? You better not. I broke that fly over there. Oh. And I fucked your mother next to it. Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you!
That was a lot.
That is us every time we start talking Cowboys.
Or Mavs or anything. What's your name?
So, boys, the season finale, Dallas Cowboys take on the Washington Commanders.
Yes, they do.
They're at that FedEx Field.
Mm-hmm.
As we already got Gerb accolades coming in on the chat here from Sean Schuster. The man, the myth, the legend, Gerber.
My guy right there, Schuster. What's up, brother? Good, man.
The show's probably going to be full of Gerber accolades.
My dude right there. This is one of the wow. We go way back. I miss you, brother. Appreciate you chiming in.
And now we know who will be playing quarterback as they have gone. No, it's been announced. It's confirmed.
I know.
Oh, you mean kind of playing quarterback?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the rookie 5th round draft pick, Sam Howell,
the third,
gets his first. Colby can't say his name without saying the third, like really Thurston Howell the third.
Thurston Howell the third. Yeah, right.
As it was funny, ESPN, as I was writing a piece over at CowboysSI.com around noon today, because ESPN, what's his name, John Fowler, whoever it is over there, tweeted out that Taylor Heineke was going to start and that Sam Howell may get some playing time. So I'm writing a piece about that. I was literally about to hit publish when I saw the tweet from the Commanders, from the team itself, that Sam Howell was getting the start. And then I tweeted, what's his name, Fowler back. I'm like, you're an idiot. You don't know anything, dude. Where do you get your information? Waffle House?
That's right.
Come on. Wait, do they have those in D.C.?
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, did Tiger play golf there?
Oh.
Then probably so.
I know Johnny can answer that, though.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes.
So Sam Howell, the rookie, is his first start of the regular season on the last game. The Washington Commanders have been eliminated from the playoffs. Our hopes of all 4 NFC East playoff teams getting in the playoffs didn't happen, which is fine. Out of the 4 teams in the NFC East, Washington would be the least deserving anyway, as they went on a huge collapse at the end of the season because they don't have a quarterback.
Well, I mean, you look at it like is Carson Wentz or Tyler Heineke? If you think they're better than Sam Howell? I mean,
Taylor Heineke is infinitely better than Sam Howell. Well, you know what? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
So he was a mid-round draft pick, right? 3rd or 4th round, fifth round
pick.
The guy had super talent when he was at UNC. I mean, he was touted. He was one of the 2 or 3 best quarterbacks coming out of the high school in the Orlando area.
Sure.
Went to UNC, prolific, college career. He just had a little injury in his senior year, right? That kind of dropped him into draft. But his physical abilities going into the NFL, he has the physical abilities. The guy needs some starts. I love that pick from Washington in the 5th round, getting Sam Howell. I always thought he was pretty damn good in college.
Well, they've got to do something.
Here's the thing that kind of cost the Commanders was the trying to put Carson Wentz in there during the must-win game. What was it, last week? And he
against the Browns, yeah.
And he just went out there and just coughed up the game at the end.
Three interceptions.
It's not great. He started out with a poor performance, and the thing that you are going to get out of Heineke may not be perfection, but it's going to be the bulldog mentality. It's going to be that guy that's going after it and concentration through most of it, except for a couple of Heine throws. But other than that,
Heine throws.
Yeah. Other than that, he gets out there and really gives you a chance to win. And that's what the Commanders have been kind of banking on this whole season. And to mess with that, and also what they did with their offensive line and crap like that, to be at the record that they're at and mess with the quarterback position as they did, they really overachieved this season and could have had a better chance if you didn't try to force out their Carson Wentz, which I know people look at Riverboat Ron and say, what the hell are you doing? I still think this has to do with the guys up top that are looking down saying, we're paying Carson Wentz so much damn money.
$28 million this year.
And
that handcuffs you. I mean, it can't handcuffs you to go other places to spend the money.
And the sale that's on the line and all of that, and Carson Wentz being on the books with that, what they're trying to get done, they're trying to show off what they have to potential buyers.
Yeah.
And the problem is that costs you the chance to have a playoff run that would really, kind of invigorate the process of people wanting to buy your effing club.
Yeah.
So the Commanders have gone about this in the only one way that they know how, which is wrongly.
Well, a little bit of it too is, in my opinion, is like, okay, so you don't pay Tyler Heineke anything. Sam Howell, you don't pay anything. So you have two quarterbacks on small deals. Obviously, Sam Howell on his rookie deal, Tyler Heineke is a free agent, but you spent so much money on Carson Wentz to get him, and you gave up draft picks to do that. The rub is now what's going to happen in another year when you have to play, Chase Young. They're luckily on the defensive side. He's still on his rookie deal. So how much money are you going to have to pay him next year when he's off his rookie deal that you don't have any money to spend?
You're probably not going to pay him because he came out like gangbusters.
Yeah, but you have to. If you want to keep him, you have to pay him.
You may not want to keep him.
That's what I'm saying the same. Yeah, I'm with Colby. He's had two terrible seasons.
No, he didn't play this year. Last year he had a great season until he got hurt. He had 12 sacks in like 9 games.
No, he's played horribly since he's come back.
No, he didn't play. Well, he hadn't come back all year. Like this year is a wash.
Yeah, but exactly. You're making Colby's point.
No, I'm talking about last year before he got hurt.
He did not have a good season before he got hurt.
Oh, he did. He did have a good season. Yes, he did.
Hate you.
Can't quit you.
I mean, he didn't, but
okay, look at his stats last year. How many games? What did he play? What is games that he played?
Amp, I'll look it up.
Please.
Okay. Well, he's looking
So answer the question, which quarterback gives the Washington Commanders the best chance to beat the Cowboys?
It would have been Taylor Heineke.
Probably.
Exactly. I think so too.
It's Taylor Heineke, and the fact that they're throwing Howell out there is now is trying to get him reps. And also, again, if he looks good out there, then you got the good mark on when you're trying to sell this team that, hey, you've got a good young rookie quarterback also to go along that may invigorate this fan base. The sale of this team is going to invigorate this fan base a little bit because they are tired of what the current ownership is dishing out right now. The Cowboys on the other side of it, as he's still looking that up, the Cowboys walk into this game against a rookie quarterback. Now, those that don't know and haven't watched him play like Gerb or seen any college tape, Howell's got a little legs on him.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a little bit of movement.
He's an athlete.
And that is one thing that any smart coach right now is going to do versus the Dallas Cowboys is try and mitigate the pass rush. So go ahead and get prepared to see your screen game, your quarterback trying to leak out a little bit and help the run game out by adding on to it by himself with a little bit of leg power. That could bode a little bit of trouble for the Dallas Cowboys. I keep waiting on Dan Quinn to finally go ahead and initiate whatever battle plan as the great defensive mind that I believe that he is, that will shore up that and not have to wait until you have your big body in the middle and Leighton Vander Esch back ready to go as far as your leading tackler, or was your leading tackler before he got hurt. That all I'd like to see something happen before we get to the playoffs, that kind of gets shored up, because that's still a thorn in the Dallas Cowboys side. With all that being said, there's not a chance in hell you lose this game as a Cowboy.
So do you what's the mentality for you? What do you think about, everyone going into kind of this last week of, do you set your starters? Do you build momentum? There's two kind of, you can flip the coin, different mentalities. I'm at the opinion is, man, I want to keep that momentum going, because you're going to have a little bit of a week off and a little lot of time before you play, especially if you get a bye. There's no substitute for these guys playing and having reps all the time and getting hit. I like the momentum going in the playoffs, because if you look at probably the history, I think the people that have success is because they're playing some of these starters. They might play the whole game, but they want to build that momentum. I don't like the stagnant stuff.
Well, now I like what the Dallas Cowboys have been doing all season with what kind of along the lines of this question, and it's been brought up a few times by Double MC, Mr. Mike McCarthy, and what they're doing is they've got this the GPS units on each one of the players, and it tracks body rhythms. It tracks how many, in training and practice and all that.
It looks like a sports bra.
How many reps and all that they've got going on, what they've done to their body throughout the whole practice, simulation, game, all that kind of stuff, what kind of wear and tear, and it's kind of helping the trainers get into that mode of what that is about them. So I actually, in that part, in that line of it, I trust what the Cowboys are doing, which is not normally happens when you go, I trust what the Cowboys are doing. But this season, it seems like the only player they've had a real struggle on finding the handle on with that is Micah Parsons, because you just don't know how long that motor is going to keep going because it's such a high revving engine. If I were to have my druthers on this, it would still be, I want to win this game, but I want to win it with at least having, some of your older guys and Micah Parsons go ahead and sit down and just take the game off. And the reason behind it is that I don't think he needs to keep repetition in order to keep him going.
Yeah.
What I think he needs is rest so that he doesn't have to call for a timeout in the middle, at the end of the game, because he wants to make sure he's got enough gas to go.
Well, they're out without Leighton Vander Esch already. They're already sitting him, even though supposedly he could play. They're saving him for the playoffs. And Gerb, you asked, what train of thought are we on? I'm kind of with you. I don't like sitting people that are healthy.
Yeah.
Especially the Cowboys, because they haven't earned anything. They need to play.
They need confidence, man. And there's nothing wrong with having a garage, have one Ferrari in your garage and 3 or 4 Fords.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can have that high engine like a Micah Parsons, that's your Ferrari, but you need some Fords that has some stability there also that can take those hits and that they can, especially this time of year.
You want Chase Young stats?
Yeah,
Please.
sure. Shoot it at me.
His rookie year, 2020, started 15 games. He had 7.5 sacks, 1 touchdown. It was an interception for a touchdown. I'm sorry, fumble receiver for a touchdown, 4 forced fumbles.
It's pretty good.
44 tackles.
Yep, great.
AP Defensive Rookie of the Year and a Pro Bowler.
Right, check for him.
And that's when everybody thought, holy crap, this dude from Ohio State can play.
Well, he can't play.
2021, 9 games played, of course, with injury, 1.5 sacks in 9 games, 2 forced fumbles, 2 passes defended, 26 tackles. This season, he has played in 2 games, and it's the last 2 seasons. He came back on from injury in week 16. He's played week 16, week 17. No sacks, 3 tackles, 1 quarterback hit, 1 pass defended.
Yeah, so he obviously he's injury prone when it comes to that. He's been injured last season, this part of this.
And that's what I think should scare them is the injury thing. Not that the guy can't play. We know he can because of his rookie year.
Right.
But that injury, dude, that's got to be a red flag.
Yeah, but is it because that he's injury prone, or is it because that no one else on that D line and on that defense is worth a hell?
Montez Sweat's really good too.
Yeah, but I mean his stats have probably went down also.
He hasn't been hurt though.
Well, yeah, fair. I mean,
he hasn't been hurt, but he also hadn't had Chase Young on the other side in order to be able to worry about who's getting what double team.
Right.
The thought about the Commanders is that you're going to have these 2 guys on that line that we're going to just tear up and go get and just do that for the rest of their careers. And when you see Chase Young out there, you see him on film, you don't see that same drive, spit, and fire that you've seen in the past.
His rookie year, when he came out,
and I think a lot of that has to do with the cancerous culture that's up there in Washington that can really kill a jive that you have
internal,
inside.
man.
Yeah,
it's 100%.
So it may be good for the team as well as him is to, again, to that contract, go try and bring that up somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
Fair.
By the way, Montez Sweat played in 16 games this season because he's been pretty injury-free this year.
Right.
8 sacks, 43 tackles, 2 passes defended.
That's not very good in 16 games. Really, it's not.
Because he doesn't have Chase Young on the other side the majority of the year.
That's right.
And literally the rest, you're right. The rest of their defense, they don't have anybody worth a shit.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Colby, you ready?
Sure am.
Well, that's the wrong one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. Let's just jump into that.
This is the segment to where I go through the list of people that were born today. Find the famous people, or at least famous to me, and I give them to you in this segment and let you decide Who is the good person? Who is the bad person? And who is the ugly person? And this will also be a chance for Gerb and Tim to also play along with this game.
Hey.
All right, so starting out, we have turning 65 years old today, one Patty Loveless.
Who's that?
Ooh, country singer, dude. She was hot back in the day.
Could you elaborate on that? Patty
Loveless.
Patty Loveless.
Not Linda Lovelace.
Right.
Yeah, could you just because if you said her Loveless, okay.
I mean,
She's a ginger.
yeah,
Dude, she was hot.
I mean, with that name, how could she just not be automatically good?
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not a country music fan, but I knew enough about country music that name wasn't going to slip me by when I saw it on the list.
Check for you.
So how about that?
Catch me outside.
That's right.
She's still kind of hot.
I mean, what?
Not gonna lie.
You put it on the screen,
You want me to?
please.
Now or then?
Yes. But we have
Catch
to
me outside. How about that?
I'm working on it.
All right.
Keep going, Colby.
As we're waiting on that, we have turning 62, also from the music industry, just not from the same music industry, one Michael Stipe.
REM.
Random Eye Movement.
And
I don't know who he is either.
what?
Have you ever heard of the band
You're
REM?
You're dumb.
I'm a lot of things in life.
He's playing Tim.
Dumb's not one. No, actually, no. I know.
I'm
who
the only
REM
one on this show that can do that.
That's ET's buddy, I think. You know ET.
Eric Todd.
That's right.
Yeah, he knows. He knows everybody in the freaking music business.
Only person I know with two first names I trust.
Eric. Yeah, you don't ever trust anybody with two first names.
Nope.
Don Shula.
Who's that?
Well, it's his birthday, and he's dead. He died in 2020, but it is his birthday. Former coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Wait, what was the second one you just said? Oh, Michael Stipe. Sorry.
Linda Lovelace.
Turning 33 years old today, a member of the famous Losers Club, and you can find them on Modern Warfare or Apex Legends with me and G. It's one. I'll clean out the garage in a little bit, baby. Tyler Daniels. Shout out to Tyler Daniels. He's a buddy of mine, in case you ain't figured all that out.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find him.
Don't know who he is.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he is a Florida boy, so.
Well, you hate Florida.
I know. I love Florida for all the stories that it gives me. What are you talking about? Without Florida, I wouldn't have a whole segment.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, right.
So, shout out and happy birthday, Tyler. All right.
There's your Patty Loveless on the screen, and this is her today at the age of 60-something.
Well, buenos dias.
You like to roll in the hay with her?
I'm not even in the gingers, but she's not a real ginger though. You can see all the. All right.
Just saying.
Fair.
If Tim gets this name correct, I might have to change some of my thinkings about Tim.
Uh-oh.
If he knows who this person is. Passed away in 2010. Peter Steele.
Porn star.
No,
Oh, he's from a band, isn't he?
he is.
Oh, that was a great guess.
Yes,
after
no,
the porn star.
I
Great,
do know.
Great guess after that, right?
Frack. What? Yeah, I can't remember what I do. I'm familiar with the name.
Leonard Skinner.
No.
Nope. Typo negative.
Yes. I liked typo negative.
I thought you might, and that
Yeah,
was the
I
reason
do.
why I gave you a little room.
Yeah. No, and I remembered. I do recognize the name.
Yeah, me too.
By the
Clearly.
way, I think Tyler just jumped on the stream here for a little bit. I've already wished you happy birthday, dude, and told everybody about your garage mishaps. So
Yeah, we're gonna talk about more about that later.
yeah, so there you go. Go put a charcuterie tray together and go.
Ooh,
send
I
it
like
away.
those.
What'd you call it?
Charcuterie tray.
No, you didn't say that.
No, I didn't.
You what was that again?
Charcuterie.
There's a C in there, Colby.
I know.
That's another story. I went on a date one time with it. Yes, it's a great story.
Charcuterie.
And she didn't. Let's just say that word didn't work out. What actually the real word was on her behalf.
And I'm also going to let you know that because that is like his side business, I might have just effed that up just on purpose.
So we're not going to get any treats this week for the
well, it'd have to come all the way from Florida anyway.
charcuterie board.
Yeah,
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie. You got to get it right. Charcuterie.
Huh.
I mean, you chew on it. Just remember it like that. Turning 59 today, one Till Lindemann. Do you know who that is?
Tilleman?
Till Lindemann.
I do not.
How about if I were to say one of his most popular songs' name? You might get it.
Okay.
Du hast. Du hast mich.
Oh,
He's the singer for Rammstein.
Rammstein, dude. They're good.
I'd never fit.
I love me some Rammstein.
Never felt more uncomfortable.
I had a girlfriend one time that I nicknamed Rammstein.
Oh, yeah? It sounds like she was a dude.
She was Tiffany McRamstein is what I called her. I'm just saying.
Derrick Henry turns 28.
Football, Colby.
That's football. Hey, you feeling better about that one there, Gerb?
You just redeemed yourself to make me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Best running back in football right now.
Turning 30 years old. I mean, turning 30 years old today. One Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant. Kicker.
Baseball player.
Oh, that Chris. Oh, Chris with a K.
Yeah.
Play for the Cubs. Kind of shuffled around.
See, I wrote it down, and I'm like, that doesn't look familiar. But of course, Chris Bryant, baseball has a K.
Third base.
Where is he now? Cubs still?
I think
No, he's not with the Cubs.
Washington?
Minnesota, maybe.
Huh. It's a shame we don't
Number
have any way to.
15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want.
All right. Just went on a soundboard tangent. Daphne Keene is 18. And,
Colorado Rockies, by the way.
Same thing.
You guys aren't going to know her. Did you ever see Logan? The Wolverine movie, the last one?
Yes.
Okay, you remember the girl?
Yeah.
Okay, that's her.
Oh.
Yeah. She's 18 now. And by the way, that
Wait, what?
18 now?
She's 18 now?
Yes.
How old was she when the movie came out?
16, 15.
How you doing?
You feel bad about yourself.
I do
don't
feel
you?
bad about
She
choices
looked
I
every
made.
bit of 15, 16, too during that whole thing.
What's wrong with that?
Everything, you old bastard.
Get used to this glass window here. If you keep thinking that, you're gonna see some more.
Holy crap.
I didn't know she was that young. I do feel bad about choices I made.
By the way, that may not be the last time she ever dons the name of X23. Just
Really?
throwing that out.
Uh-oh.
Little teaser.
Throwing that out there.
Teaser.
And died, a long time ago in 1727.
Oh, Lord. I know this one.
I know this one. What?
Isaac Newton.
You looked at my paper.
No, I didn't.
It is Isaac.
I know 1727, though. I was there.
Uh-huh.
Did they invent the Fig Newton?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
A fig fell out of a tree and hit him in the face, and he was like, I'm going to make a cookie out of
Little
that
known
bitch."
fact, Fig Newtons are named after Newton, Massachusetts.
Very correct.
Mm-hmm.
Not Sir Isaac Newton.
I did know that.
Oh.
Colby didn't know that.
So Newton, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. There it is.
I thought it was Cam Newton.
All right.
Gross. We don't say his name on the show.
And that's it. That's your good, bad, and ugly list, everybody.
Wow. All right. Want me to go?
Go ahead.
My good is Patty Loveless. There's no question on this list. Patty Loveless is the good. My bad is going to be Michael Stipe.
Okay.
I love REM, but I hate his political views. And you know me, I always bring politics into this.
Yeah. I give
Politics!
shit about people's political views.
I try not to, but when they're really stupid, then it's hard to ignore.
Fair.
My ugly, I'm going to go with Sir Isaac Newton because he's been dead for 300 years and he probably doesn't look very good right now.
No, I mean,
By the way, can I give a couple of shout outs, Colby?
you can.
By the way, I guess I'm friends with Tyler Daniel on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
So happy birthday to you from me.
I'll be in Florida soon, Tyler. You could give me that charcuterie board.
Our buddy Alex Lucky
Oh, that's right. It is Alex Lucky's
his birthday. From that, what is it? He's still on
a 70 show.
K-Love. 98.7 K-Love.
He was. He moved on to a different show, I
He's
think.
somewhere else, I
Yeah.
think, now. And then my very, very, very good friend going back to middle school, Cindy Storazik, who now goes by the last name Poe.
That sounds fake and made up.
No, Cindy, she lived like literally around the block from me growing up, and we had good time. Not like the way y'all are thinking.
Okay.
We were never romantically involved or anything like that. One of the few girls I knew in school that I wasn't, as far as I know. But she's a good, and she's still a good, and we had some good times forking friends' yards. We would often cause mischief together growing up, and it was a lot of fun. So happy birthday to Cindy.
I appreciate you cleaning that up, though.
I tried.
That was good. You're getting better.
I'm trying. Not really. So there's my shout outs.
So, Gerb, what you got on that good, bad, and ugly?
So to be honest with you, I mean, how could you not have Isaac Newton as good? He kind of like changed the world to a point that everyone knows who Isaac Newton
Because
is.
unfortunately, he went up against Patty Lovelace.
You know, this is my good, bad, and the ugly, isn't it?
Yeah,
you just said, how can I?
Well, I was talking to Colby.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'll pull my mic down.
It's mine. All right. So, I mean, the guy kind of changed the world, right? Everyone knows who Isaac Newton is, and they'll know forever. So, the good is Isaac Newton. The bad would be, how about Chris Bryant? Bad. The reason I say he's bad because he was touted as one of the probably most potential Hall of Fame Major League Baseball players ever. Right?
Maybe Hall of Fame. We don't know.
Yeah,
could be that. But he kind of, you look at a guy that was that touted. I mean, he was the first pick in the draft by the Cubs. He went to the MLB. He was one of those guys like Ken Griffey Jr. It took him less than 1 year to get in Major League Baseball. And he's not going to be a Hall of Famer. So you look at a guy like that.
Probably not, huh?
No, he's not even close to being a Hall of Famer. So he's my bad. And ugly, I'm going to go with Mike Stike just because I don't know who he is.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
But y'all are on a first name basis. You call him Mike instead of Michael.
Right. But, I mean, it's fine.
Magic Mike.
No, he works here.
He does work here.
Mm-hmm.
No, no disrespect to Mike Stike, but
I mean, you can. It was his bad, so
okay.
Yeah, go right ahead.
That's where I'm at.
All right. My good is because there's been plenty of times that this person has killed me in a funny ass way, as he still doesn't know how to fly a helicopter in the middle of games. So my good is Tyler Daniels, because some bitch has gotten me killed so many times in games because he just no.
Keep going, Tyler. Keep it up.
Yep.
What? How'd that mountain get there?
What games are y'all playing where you're flying helicopters over mountains? Is this like a Kobe Bryant video game?
Yeah, it's really a video. I hope it's a video game, right?
What the hell, dude? What the hell?
Is it too soon?
Forever.
It's not. Come on.
My bad is fuck the list is Tim for that shit that just got through happening. You fucking kidding me?
Bad and ugly. You get both. You get both.
You're the one that brought up helicopters and mountains.
Yeah, I know, but nobody should hop on that two-wheeled Segway and end up where you did.
You accused Tyler of killing Kobe Bryant.
I didn't.
Tyler, come on now.
I said killing me. My name's Colby. It has an L in it.
Probably high five you after that.
Please give him both. Bad and ugly.
Man, I was going to give the ugly to Don Shula because, shit, man. But, yeah, you're right. Ham it up, man. You just took everything else away from everybody.
I have a way of doing things.
You know what? I was gonna read a read after my segment was done, but after what you the fuck just said, no sponsor wants to be connected to that.
Sure they do.
We've lost a lot in 3 days, I promise.
No, we don't.
Nah.
No, don't worry, guys that are waiting on the sponsor reads. We'll get to them. Just we got to wait for him not to say something totally offensive or off color.
We got all the sponsor reads coming up.
I mean, we might as well be all offensive and off color right now as we want to, because none of us will ever catch up to Tim unless we just go full completely stupid.
I can keep going.
No, you can't.
Who else died recently?
Shut up.
You.
That's my career.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gerb, do you need to pee?
No, I'm good. But
are you good for another 15 minutes?
We should, whatever you want.
All right, let's go 15 more minutes, and we'll break at the normal time so our sponsors are happy. As
the one
I usually say we're going to run around the sports. I think right now we should tiptoe.
Internets.
The Drunk Sports Podcast proudly presents Around the Sports, our show's version of a fill-in segment when we can't find anything else to talk about. We might talk NBA, NHL, or even Major League Baseball, but we'll never, ever talk soccer or women's professional basketball. Hell no.
Take it away, boys.
All right, boys, we are at the point of the college football season where we are down to 2.
Dos.
And I will say, for those of you watching on our live stream or those of you that are listening to this on your favorite podcast app way after the fact, if you were not joining us live on Saturday, New Year's Eve up here at the station, as we were live streaming us literally watching and being fools, we had a really good time.
It was awesome.
Up here with the Bottom Line Sports Talk boys, who Colby has now changed them to
the GNC Sports Factory.
The GNC Sports Factory. They don't even know it yet, but the name of their show is changing. We
came up with a lot of great ideas
we did
on Saturday.
We
changed the world on Saturday.
Yeah, live streaming those games may not have been the best idea, but it was entertaining. There's no question. So you had TCU and Michigan, and then you had Georgia and Ohio State. And I forget who it was. Might have been Gerb brought up the greatest question of all. Why was TCU and Michigan playing the early game when they were in Phoenix, and Ohio State and Georgia playing the late game when they were in Atlanta? It seems like for time-wise, it would have been the other way around, but whatever, who cares?
You're correct on the time-wise. It should have been the other way around. Here's the thing, though. College sports don't think about things before they do them.
Yeah, it's a little bit of ratings, too. I mean, I think that it was a better matchup in prime time. I get that point. Yeah, but it turned out to be actually both games were fantastic. So it was a win-win for both spots, I think.
I do have a question. Actually, I'm kind of stealing this a little bit because I heard this question via Brian Broaddus and them boys and Zach and them on the G-Bag Nation.
Yep.
And they were kicking around the idea of, even if you are, say you root for a team that's in Texas, are you rooting that's not that much of a friend of mine, not to try and talk to me right now? And so the idea, of course, is if like another Big 12 team and you're a fan of that school, are you rooting for TCU? Because I can understand if you're like in the SEC and how many times Alabama's went, or when LSU goes, probably those teams aren't rooting for Alabama or LSU in that instance. But as a Texas Longhorns fan, I'm rooting for TCU in this game.
All right, I can answer that.
Yeah, but you won't root for A&M, right?
No.
I think it's all kind of the secondary team that you like, maybe a little bit. I mean, if Texas isn't in, you're probably not going to root for A&M, but you might root for TCU or SMU. You're not
going to root for a rival.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, TCU and the Longhorns are. I mean, yeah, they were in the Southwest Conference together. They're the big whatever, but there's no rivalry there, right? No. So it's okay. A&M and Texas, on the other hand, even though they haven't been in the same conference for 10 plus years now, or 10 years now exactly, to me, there's still a rivalry. I will never, ever cheer for the Longhorns in any game under any circumstances, except for that one game you and I watched when they were playing Alabama.
Okay.
I cheered a little bit because I hate Alabama a little bit more because my Aggies are in the SEC now.
Right.
But the whole cheering for a team in the I don't give a crap about that. I'm of course an Aggie at heart, SEC. However, I cover the Texas Tech Red Raiders for RedRaiderReview.com. Go check it out. Guns up, wreck 'em. If you're a Red Raiders fan. That doesn't have anything to do with my cheering for TCU. It has more to do with the fact that they're local, like in the community local. They're, of course, out of Fort Worth.
Right.
Same reason I cheer for SMU.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little different, right? I mean, when it comes to that, I think everybody has their own little opinion, their favorite team, and then there's probably a secondary reason why they like someone else or root for someone else. So maybe that's it.
I do like the fact that, and that may be part of it for myself, is that TCU is like right down the street, right?
Yeah.
And also, I as a Longhorn fan, I have never really had a reason to hate like TCU fan. Even when Texas and TCU's playing,
they're harmless.
TCU might get excited about it and all that. And even they pull a dub and they're super excited. And that like on social media, there'll be like 2 or 3 posts and that's about it. And then they'll get back to, good game, Texas, whatever. And everything's good. It's the jackholes from like A&M and Oklahoma that forever, as soon as a loss or a win happens, it's just they won't shut up or they won't stop crying, and that's what irritates the crap out of me. So,
have you noticed that most of those people that do that didn't really go to that school? Like, they're fans, but hey, you're so rah about your school, Texas A&M or Oklahoma. It's like, when'd you graduate? He's like, well, I never went there. Like,
yeah, but a lot of that may be family related.
Yeah, but I mean,
like I was raised an Aggies fan before I literally went there for like 9 weeks.
Yeah, but there's a point where you got to shut it down a little bit. Like, I mean, you can.
I don't know about that.
Oh man, no.
No, if I'm gonna be a fan of something, I'm gonna be a fan of something.
Yeah. If you, especially for people who didn't go to, they have no allegiance because they didn't go to college. You're gonna pick your dad's school or who you were raised cheering for. Pros are different. Pros, like, you might cheer for wherever you live.
Right.
But you move to Tampa, you're going to, some people will become Tampa Bay fans.
Fan and super fan is completely different, right? I mean, it's like there's a point you're like, okay, I mean,
if I've said I'm a fan of a team, and I've never changed allegiances. I'm a lifelong fan of that team, and that as soon as I announced who my fandom was as a young kid, or actually how it went was my dad said, they're from Dallas, your ass is rooting for them. And by the way, when college is on, we root for the Longhorns. And if you root for anybody else, then you can go leave.
By the way, I have a little bit of breaking news here, boys. Speaking of fandom, as I just received a message from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 3-time Super Bowl champion and career member of Dallas Cowboys, Darren Woodson, has been included in the class of 2023 finalists.
If he doesn't get in, that's a tragedy.
Closer.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tragedy.
Big time. Friend of the show, by the way.
Yeah. Right. We may need to holler at Woody and just get him on the line a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's an easy call, and that's a call that we want to make, and that's a call that he would love to come on the show. But that's a long time coming, right? I mean, how do you keep that guy out? I mean, a little bit also was Drew Pearson getting in last year. I mean, what are they thinking? Not waiting that long for a guy like that, and Darren Woodson, in my opinion, changed the kind of landscape of that position, right? He was a bigger physical. I mean, he was a.
Was it Jimmy said he was one cheeseburger away from being a linebacker?
Pretty much.
Right.
He changed the position, as it were. No one wants
to
go through that, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what some of these guys are thinking, waiting this long to get that guy in.
Politics. Because he played for the Cowboys. There is an East Coast bias, by the way, against Cowboys. There's no question.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming less because there's no reason to hold some of these guys out. They're like the 90s Cowboys. 70s Cowboys got screwed. The fact that Drew Pearson was just inducted, that is a joke.
Yeah, it's
and the 90s Cowboys, though, were so good. You cannot keep those guys out. No. So they're getting their due. And it's also reflecting, I think, a little bit on the 70s Cowboys, how good they were. Especially with social media and all that crap now being prevalent. But yeah, congratulations to Woody, and we may try to have him on a future show here coming up to talk about that.
Yeah, perfect.
So which gives us TCU versus Georgia in the championship game.
God, I hope it's a good game. But my brain, the sports part of my brain goes, this is going to be Georgia. It's going to be a lot of Georgia.
My sports brain told me that because obviously I was cheering for TCU because and we talked about this before. I'm a kind of a closet Michigan fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a Michigan fan with Jim Harbaugh as the coach. I freaking hate Jim Harbaugh. I cannot root for Michigan while he's the coach.
Well, you don't have to worry about that after this.
Exactly. He's probably going to who interviewed him?
There's Carolina.
Interviewed him.
He's playing the game, right?
Yeah, he's going somewhere though. Because he realizes he ain't going to win at Michigan.
Actually, Jim Harbaugh being a part of that thing made me care a little bit more.
Ugh.
Just because the one line that he had that I was like, oh my God, this is great. Because I have a vitamin every day. It's called a steak.
Yeah.
That's yes.
Well,
Yes.
he made him relevant again, right? I mean, that's a good part. You know, we talk about this all the time. I love college football when, you know, the blue bloods are good.
Right.
Same with kind of college basketball. When the college football, when the Ohio State and the Michigans and the Texas and USCs and the Florida, the Miamis, when they're good, I mean, what's better than that in college football? I mean, I love it when the blue bloods. I mean, you're going to sprinkle those. You know, TCU the first year being relevant, it's great, right? But when the blue bloods are good and Notre Dame's, I'll put them in there. And
He's been relevant before.
Yeah, but not.
They got robbed out of a playoff appearance. 5-6 years ago?
But not to this point, all right? To where they're playing for the national championship game and they're one way. I mean, that's a long, long time ago. So you know, when the big blue bloods can put their foot on your throat a little bit, man, I like that. College football is good when that happens.
Every time he says blue bloods, all I've got in my brain is a picture of an old Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck and what's his face from New Kids on the Block?
Magnum PI.
Yeah,
Selleck, or
big time Magnum PI. Well, no, he's old now and he's on Blue Bloods.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg, by the way, blocked me on Twitter. Did you know that?
No.
Donnie Wahlberg has me blocked on Twitter.
Did he say? Because you said
you know
hamburger
what?
stuff.
A smart man.
That was before that. I was talking about his wife when he first married Jenny McCarthy. Because she's clearly mine.
He was unintelligent enough to add you first off and then blocked you.
Yeah, we followed each other for a while, and then I was like, she's mine. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing.
That's usually probably
good
reason.
And then I tried to add him on another tweet one time, and it was like, you have been blocked by this account. I screenshotted it, and I was like, see, I think I sent it to all the other members of New Kids on the Block.
Well, at least somebody listens to you a little bit.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Hey,
by the way, Wahlburgers.
The right stuff.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good.
All right, boys. So real quick before we go to the break, predictions. TCU, Michigan, or TCU, Georgia, give me a score.
C-Man.
Yeah, I'm going to give me.
Did you say Seaman?
No, there was a definite bigger space than what you just said.
All I heard was Seaman. I'm like, that's not a prediction. That's a desire.
I'm going to go 48-35 Georgia.
Wow, offensive battle. All right.
Oh, you want me to go?
Big Johnny.
I'm gonna go 42-30 Georgia.
Wow. I'm going 38-31 TCU.
I hope you're right.
Me too.
I hope you're right.
Me too.
I'd rather see it, but you asked my sports brain, not my heart. So
Take us a break, Colby.
Coming up next, we've got the hot news girl of the week, along with your biggest sports pet peeves. Then we make your NFL picks by the spread. And then I've got news and notes, and Florida will be there because it's America's Wang. And that's all coming up next on the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Hello, sports fans. Fanstream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or ItalianoInsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, one unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-294-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald, MLS 386722, American Mortgage Services, 1000 North Ashland Drive, Suite 1020, Tampa.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Jeeves Law Group. I've known Scott Jeeves for quite some time, and he's just like us, a huge college football fan, but he's not just another PI attorney. He is a ferocious advocate for his clients. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in Tampa Bay for over 30 years. He is an AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer and certified circuit court mediator. Folks, these designations are not just given out. They're given only to the best trial attorneys. But more than anything, Scott takes these cases personally. I've heard it from his clients. He's a fighter you want on your side. Insurance companies hate it when they see you're represented by Jeeves. He's just different. 727-894-2929 or go to JeevesLawGroup.com. That's JEEVES lawgroup.com and tell him JP sent you.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Now is the time to make sure your home insurance is in order. In the last year, many of us have made improvements to our homes. So call the folks at Italiano and discuss these upgrades to make sure you have enough coverage. According to a recent report, almost 64% of homeowners don't have enough insurance on their home, which is their most valuable asset. Also, a great time to make sure you have flood insurance. Even if your mortgage company does not require flood insurance, your home could still be at flood risk. Another big item as we enter hurricane season is making sure your pool enclosure is added to your policy and there will be no issue at claim time. That happens a lot. So call your friendly agent at Italiano Insurance to review your policies today. 813-877-7799 or italianoinsurance.com. Attention, if you are home shopping or looking for a refinance, and even if you already have the approval letter, you must call my man Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services. Scott has a brand new program available in the greater Tampa Bay area called the Community Advantage Loan Program. Get this, no money down, no mortgage insurance, no points, no origination fee, purchase or refinance, and loan amounts up to $647,000. Now, there are some application requirements. It must be a single-family home, 1 unit, primary residence, and have a minimum 640 credit score. The program only applies to certain neighborhoods, so you have to call to find out if you qualify. So call Scott Fitzgerald at 813-294-7595 or email him at scott@amstampa.com. Now, even if you don't qualify for that program, Scott will shop your loan around, get you the best rates, and won't charge you the huge upfront fees. And if you've had issues with your bank calling you back, Scott will return calls immediately or at least the same day. 813-294-7595 or email him, scott@amstampa.com. Scott Fitzgerald, MLS 386722, American Mortgage Services, 1000 North Ashland Drive, Suite 1020, Tampa.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome
Have
back
you
to
ever
the
had a dream?
Oh my God. Just no. Do not pull that crap on me.
Yeah.
Shoot that little kid in the head. Wow. Coming right out of break. Oh my God.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
When I have vodka in my hand.
Have you ever had a dream that you
For the love of all that is holy.
Shooting a load into a lady.
Who has dreams?
Do you have a fresh
Apparently
pair of
that kid.
panties on?
Yeah, dreams aren't real.
Sir, did you just fartgasm?
It's happened before.
I mean,
Way to jump into the next segment.
hey, we're here.
Colby started it with that little piece of shit kid.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Slap him.
Hey, it's me. I'm drunk again.
Probably Mexican.
You did that the other night.
Chinese.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that meme's a white kid. So,
Uncle Julio's, we just lost as a sponsor.
Oh, I love Uncle Julio's. Can they sponsor us and bring food every show?
Not anymore.
They're literally next door.
Not anymore.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That sucks. Hello, everybody. We are back. We are the Drunk Sports Podcast. I'm IndyCar Tim. That is Colby Sapp. That is John Gerber. Welcome to a Wednesday show. Hour 2, the Power Hour.
What?
I don't know. I just hear people say that.
I kind of liked it.
The Power Hour.
I kind of liked it. At least
I
I know
blew
you're
out
not
of-
asleep.
I think I blew out a vocal cord just now. No wonder chicks don't like to swallow. Jeez. At least not my chicks. Speaking of chicks and swallowing, boys, we have a brand new hot news girl of the week, which is weird because we don't really do it weekly.
No.
It's more of a hot news girl of when Tim decides.
Right. Which didn't sound as good for the time. So.
Right.
Can we start that over, please?
Which one?
Just your opinion of it. Like, start it over. There we go.
There it is. I just
There
break it
we
out
go.
there.
Guns up.
Guns up.
So, boys, I offer to you on this beautiful, becoming more and more chilly Wednesday evening here in North Texas as it approaches 40 degrees, which is usually my limit for riding the motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
Yet it's going to be 40. But it's beautiful nonetheless. I offer you ESPN Sports Center host, who I'm unfamiliar with because I don't watch ESPN Sports Center.
Oh.
But it showed up and I watched it and I saw this girl and I was like, huh.
She's new, right?
I don't remember her from Sports Center before back in the day.
She's new.
This is Ashley Brewer -Ham.
Okay.
Soon to be my ex-girlfriend
You have a chance.
If she's lucky.
You have a chance.
So age-wise, she's right in my range.
Okay.
She's 31, but there is an issue because she's born December 13th. Do y'all remember Colby, do you remember the crazy girl I was talking about who was ghosting me and all that garbage?
Yeah.
Which one?
She was also born December 13th. So I'm not
Ooh.
sure that this may be a bad sign for me. December 13th, 1991 is Ashley's birthday. The future Ashley Brewer -Ham.
Well, let's just get to the facts. If you get to that point, you're worried about if this actually happens and she says your birthday. I think you can kind of get over that. Her birthday.
No, I've heard things that he can't get over.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
I mean, he's got a stupid long list of idiotic dumb shit.
And we're going to do that one of these days, my deal breakers.
Well, we talked about Monday you were going to do your dating advice.
No, we're going to do that. We're going to introduce that to the show here in the upcoming weeks. Drunk Sports Dating Advice by Tim.
By the way,
it's going to be five seconds.
I didn't say it's going to be good dating advice.
Right.
This is going to shock you, Tim, but I know how attractive that you think that this lady is. She's kind of plain to me.
Plain?
Yeah, I'm kind of out.
I'm with you.
What are you talking
Kinda
about?
out.
I'm with
You haven't
you.
even seen all the pictures yet.
I've seen her on Sports Center.
Have you? So you know who this chick is?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
plain.
You're telling me that's plain.
Kind of plain. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes plain's good, But,
Okay, that does not look plain to me.
it's.
I mean,
Well, now it's a little different. I mean,
it's the same girl.
I didn't say it wasn't the same girl, but their pictures, how she's set up is different. It's all about how you.
Okay, but it's back to plain now again.
Yeah, plain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she is engaged to an NBA player.
All right. Well,
George Gang.
He wishes.
I know.
Well, I wish too, because then I could probably meet her.
Yeah. George, I know you listen sometimes. Check for you if that's
this is so look, my beard is way better than his, and it's Frank.
Yeah, but
Frank the Tank, somebody on the Suns. He's a no name, and somehow she's engaged to him.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, more than likely, and probably Gerb can attest to this.
He's hung like a horse.
No, just the fact of you're lacking, and he's an NBA player. More than likely, if you were to somehow roundabout the bases, and you came in after this guy's already scored, which I'm going to go ahead and say if they're engaged, probably already
scored.
It's going to be like a hot dog down a hallway, dude.
You don't know me.
I mean, no.
Stirring coffee.
You've never seen my penis, sir.
I mean, no, and I don't want to.
Gerb has.
I have.
Gerb has.
And trust me, I don't want to see it.
He was
again.
very impressed, by the way.
And she doesn't want to see it either. I promise.
She told me she wanted to.
She told you a lot.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should stop taking her picture and putting it on your hand and make it.
She gave me some hand signals on Sports Center the other night.
Uh-huh.
That were clearly meant for just me.
There's probably a few things that he's better at than you are.
Basketball.
And basketball's probably fifth on the list.
Now, I'll guarantee you I'm better at a lot of things than he is. I'm better at growing a beard.
He might have just did that in a day, though.
I doubt it. I can't remember this dude's name. Frank, let's see. By the way, also, she might be out because she went to the University of Texas.
Did she really?
And she went to USC.
I actually like her a little more now than I did,
She also competed in the 2012 U.S. Olympics trials in the 100-meter backstroke.
No shit.
Where she finished tied at 83rd, so she did not make the Olympics.
That's fine. It's getting better and better, though.
Yeah.
Her first job was at KGUN TV in Tucson, Arizona.
K-Gun?
K-Gun.
All right, then.
She was the weekend sports anchor and reporter at KABC TV in Los Angeles. That's kind of a big-time job at KABC.
There you go.
Where she started as an intern in college. She was hired by ESPN in 2020. She made her Sports Center debut on September 28th, 2020. She has also worked pre- and post-game shows and co-hosted ESPN radio shows before joining ESPN. She was part of the broadcast team on the Bachelor Winter Games show on ABC. Of course she was.
Right.
Her duties included covering MMA, and she was a presenter for the 2022 NHL Awards.
Duties.
So you're saying she's a little overqualified for this show?
She's a little overqualified for Tim to think she's passing along hand signals personally just to
She's
him
a
in the
little
middle of ESPN.
Underqualified to be my girlfriend. I'm just saying.
Right.
I've had better.
No, you haven't.
I have. I've had way better than that. I'll show you pictures.
I mean,
I'm going to go ahead and go with no.
I'm going to go with hell no.
Hey, I'm talking to a chick right now, literally right now on the phone, texting. Way better looking than this chick.
Why don't you have her come on there then?
Well, because I haven't met her yet in person.
Oh, there you have it.
All right, then.
I haven't met her MEAT yet.
So this is kind of a preview to you.
It's
to the
IRL, dipshit.
This is the preview to your dating advice that's going to come up.
No,
in the
this
next
is just
shows?
one of
Okay.
the we do. It's just a regular segment we do. Hot News Girl of the Week. And she's not always the sports girl. Sometimes
What
it's just
were you abbreviating?
I don't even know.
All right.
I lost interest about halfway through my abbreviation.
Jealousy gets you nowhere, son.
I will tell you, though, this chick I'm talking to is really hot.
Well, you can keep saying that because, in case she pulls up the podcast or whatever, you want to make sure she's well represented just in case for some reason or other she ends up wanting to ham it up.
Emojis.
They all want to ham it up.
Emojis look good on screenshots.
Emoji keys.
Yeah,
that's right.
So,
welcome to Chili's.
Hello to Ashley Brewer -Ham, my future ex-girlfriend.
His name is Jeff.
If things don't work out with this other girl I'm talking to right now, Ashley's my new target.
Okay.
And that would be a downgrade from the girl I'm talking to right now. I'm just telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Check for you.
But
Tim later finds out that this is just an artificial intelligence he's been talking to this whole time.
Probably a stem.
You think
on the
she's
apple.
a bot?
She's a bot.
Stem on the apple.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Cubs fan.
Could be. Bats for the Yankees.
Are they all bots?
That's right.
All Cubs fans are bots.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Broke the internet with that new information.
By the way, also,
hey, can you
Doesn't
take this
she-
down just yet while
doesn't
we're talking?
she
Or
kind of look like Paige Sporonic?
A little bit.
Like
Yeah,
that was my first thought.
No, she does a little. Yeah, no doubt. She does a little bit.
Paige Sporonic -Ham.
Yeah, but she's not even an interesting person.
Let's talk about biggest sports pet peeves because I have one.
all right.
Just cut me off.
Is I have this who are you again?
What
This
happened?
is not From the Rough, okay?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Would never do that to you on From the Rough.
Hey, don't call him sir. He doesn't deserve that.
No,
You
I
actually
know.
do that to me on From Rough, but
I don't.
But you made it crystal. It's your show.
That's
They're
your
all
show.
shows, so
No,
it
it's your
doesn't matter.
show. I'm just the dweeb. Neo Maxi Zoom dweeby.
What?
Anyway,
Nini Bong.
sports pet peeves, boys. So I have a very good dear friend who loves to attend Stars
Liar.
games.
Okay.
And she's cute, so that helps.
Hmm.
She sent me this picture the other night from the Stars game, and I will throw it up on the screen. And you will see I have circled in the background. She was at a Stars Edmonton Oilers game.
Right.
There is a person that attended at the AAC in a game between the Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. They wore a Chicago Blackhawks jersey.
It's the only hockey jersey they had, man.
Not just a Blackhawks jersey, a Griswold hockey jersey.
Oh, hey.
So I get the bit. I'm on board with the Griswold hockey jersey, okay?
Right.
There's no question.
And
You know
was
what
this around
Griswold
Christmas?
is? Okay.
I mean, do I know what Griswold
I don't know your sports brain.
But that's not a sport.
I don't know
Clark,
things.
Clark Griswold.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. But it's
Um,
around Christmas. I
the
can
last-
even understand the bit.
Probably. I mean, it was a
Okay.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The last Cowboys game I attended in person was probably 2018. It was a Thanksgiving Day, so whatever that was, Eagles Cowboys. And by the way, Eagles obliterated the Cowboys. Of course they did.
Like the one time Tim shows up.
The guy in front of us was wearing a Gronk jersey
Right.
to Arlington AT&T Stadium. Between the Cowboys and Eagles, he wore a Patriots jersey. One of my top 5 biggest sports pet peeves is when you wear a jersey to a game that doesn't represent one of the teams playing. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I think it's asinine, and it makes you look like an idiot.
Well, for this person, they're doing a bit. I mean, clearly it's around Christmas. It's the whole, vacation vibes. I can see that as a bit. A lot of times what happens, though, is that this person gets invited by a group of friends and to a game, and they're not really a fan of either one, but they're going. But they're like, you know what? I'm still going to rep my team. This is my team, but I'm going to go with them or whatever. And I understand it's your pet peeve. And from my standpoint, I could give a shit what they're wearing. I really could, as long as it's clothes and I ain't got to look at some, naked, hairy man over there. I'm good.
Because you think otherwise he would have just come naked.
I don't like jerseys in general. Like guys who wear jerseys, that's not my pet peeve.
You don't like my drunk sports jerseys?
That has another person's name on the back. Like I'm not wearing somebody else's name on the back.
No, I'm okay with that if you go to that game. No. I wouldn't wear it to a bar.
No, it's terrible.
Unless it's like the playoffs.
And then you pay for it. Like
a lot of money.
Why would I want to pay for somebody to have somebody else's name on my back?
Because they're better than you.
No, they're not.
They're better than you.
I'll just put me on it.
It's just gonna say me. Like Ricky Bobby's hood of his car with a cougar.
Yes,
it says me.
As a person that's owned multiple jerseys, there's a home team guy that's just like, I really think this guy like Nowitzki or Jason Witten, somebody else, I'll get their jersey. That's something that I do right now. There's a Dak Prescott.
But do you wear it though? But you getting them and putting at your home and cool and your memorabilia and shit like that. I get it. I think that's cool.
I'll usually wear them while I'm watching the game at the house.
Fair.
And that's my thing that I do. I have thought about getting the jersey that just has just Sapp on the back of it or whatever.
Warren Sapp.
No, my last name, jackass.
What's his last name too?
I know, but it'd be the reason I'm wearing it because it's not because it's Warren Sapp's last name. It's my last name.
Y'all are clearly related.
Actually, Warren's cool as hell.
I know. You know him. I know.
He's cool.
So I've thought about that, but then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Then that jersey's pretty much there the whole time. And it's mine, and I'll have to go get another one. But sometimes I just like getting a new jersey every once in a while. So,
and I can't believe you guys are glossing over the fact that my friend, which is the one on the right,
there he is
pretty hot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lance.
Well, I'm pretty hot too.
Yeah,
that's kind of like me wearing a Tony Dorsett jersey.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why not?
On our phone now, Grego.
I have a pet peeve. Ass.
What? Is it Lance? Is Lance your sports pet peeve?
No.
What's your sports pet peeve, Colby?
Go ahead and announce Lance now.
I would like to welcome to the show Mr. One Big Drunk Lance, glasses wearing, shiny glare on his glasses, too close to the camera, Dorset.
Big red.
I'm not
big
too
red.
close to the camera.
Give it to me, Lance. Push. Give it to me, Lance.
My mother's gonna be sore for the next week.
That's what she said.
He's a ginger. He's a ginger.
I can never tell if he's really drinking or not. Lance, what is in that cup?
Water.
Is it like it's water, like iced tea?
This is vodka, soda, and the new Mountain Dew hard cider.
Is it
Hell is
sugar-free?
that?
Sugar free.
Mountain Dew hard cider is sugar-free.
That makes
zero
no
sense.
sense.
I don't believe that.
Zero sugar. Yes.
All right.
All right, we're not going to plug that because it's gross.
You got the diabetes.
Colby, what's your sports thing?
My pet peeve that you asked me to have for this
What's
segment?
your sports pet peeve that I requested you come up with for this segment?
All right, so my sports pet peeve has been happening in football games here good little bit, and it's the turnover celebration. And
oh my God, yes.
It's not the fact that they actually, run to the end zone, even though I think it's kind of a little bit silly to get the turnover and then run to the end zone. That it's the fact that when they get there to the end zone for the celebration, it reminds me of being behind an elementary school bus in your car. And then the kids inside the bus realize that the car behind them is their captivated audience. And they just start doing random stupid shit, which is not very entertaining, like licking the window or something, or making silly faces or whatever.
Or does a hand press.
Yeah, something dumb, right?
Press
but
down.
It's not organized. Yep. It's just, and it's the same thing these players are doing once they get to the end zone. They see the camera, and they're like, and there's nothing organized. There's no entertainment value whatsoever.
Why do it? Why do it? Why do it? I mean, it's a celebration. You did your damn job. Take the ball, hand it to the ref, walk off to the sideline. Instead, no, we're going to run 40 yards to the end zone and drag everybody down there with us. Come on, let's go. And then they just stand there and pose for a picture.
Act like you've been there, right?
It's stupid. Act like I've done it before.
Absolutely.
See, I'm a fan of the sack dances. I'm a fan of the touchdown dances. I'm just saying that if you're going to dance because you got a turnover, then somebody come up with something, because I'm tired of everybody getting there and then nobody having a thing.
dumb.
If you're going to do it, entertain me. If you're just going to do the same thing that every other team does, and it's just kind of mean mug the camera for a little bit and show them the football that you got and all that other stuff, then stop it.
Yep.
If you're going to do it well. Like the one kid that I was behind in the school bus actually ripped out both his socks and tried to put on a soundless puppet show for me one time. I couldn't hear what was going on. I didn't know what was going on, but it was a better entertainment than some kid just going on the window.
Colby, were you on the short bus?
No, I was in the car behind the bus.
Pretty rich,
behind the short bus. It was a short bus though, wasn't it?
No, this
with
was,
the retards.
You still can't say that.
You can't, even though we don't call our listeners.
I didn't say they were Chinese retards.
We talked about this one day. You might be my sports pet peeve at this point, to be honest with you. After this shit.
Oh, so you're saying they were Mexicans? Johnny, what's your sports pet peeve? Is it Mexicans? I know what Johnny's sports pet peeve is.
You think?
Big Red.
No,
he's your sports pet peeve.
That's my guy. He can't be my pet peeve. My sports pet peeve is going to get a little bit closer to home when it comes to golf. When these goddamn ratchet heads yell and scream after
mashed potatoes
and yell and
get the hole.
Yeah, hit the shit that makes no sense. And,
you the man.
Yeah, it's like that bothers me more.
Really?
Oh man, are you serious? They're getting to the point now they're kicking these guys out for doing it because they're saying obscenities and saying bullshit, and I know golf is still a sport and it's enclosed sport, but there's still order. There's order in any sport.
So I played audio last year on one of our last From the Roughs of the dude, and I forgot what tournament it was at when Jordan Spieth, God, I'm drunk. When Jordan Spieth teed off,
yeah,
the dude in the gallery yelled, "Dallas sucks!"
He got escorted out.
Yeah. You're right. That's asinine.
And you'll look. So the part about that really bothers me is like they don't. Most of the time, they don't say it after. Like they're getting interrupted when they're trying to play their sport. Like they're saying it mid swing.
It's their job.
They're saying it mid swing, man, and that bothers me more than anything. It's just listen, man. If you cheer, go Rory, go Jordan, blah blah blah. When you say some dumb shit that makes 0 sense,
these nuts.
That would qualify. That would qualify.
Internets.
But like now you're interrupting somebody the great thing about golf is they allow you to be closer to any athlete in sports. Respect it, right? Respect it a little bit. So, like I said, if it's, hey, great shot, Rory, things of that nature. And the cat shit don't work either. But that's my pet peeve in sports.
That's a good one. All those are good ones. Big Red, do you have a sports
I have
pet peeve?
crippling depression.
Besides women, I know women are your sports pet peeve.
Well,
women playing sports.
Yeah, but I think y'all pretty much touched on all of them. I think Johnny, I think the biggest difference, and we're finding it out, it's somewhat at the Byron Nelson now, but kind of going along with the waste management, the whole stadium thing that they've set up. That's the one place that, I mean, it's noisy all the time. What number is that there? Is it 16 at
69?
21?
I mean, it's
17.
loud.
17. Yeah, the stadium hall, that's 17.
Yeah.
But
it's
loud.
Though,
going into it what you're getting.
Right. So that's where it's different, because whenever you're out on the course, if you're at Augusta or the Plantation in Frisco or wherever, and there's people standing around talking, it's different. So I think you've all hit on my biggest pet sport.
That just means he can't think of his own, so he's just
my absolute biggest one is running down the field and going to the end zone, and dude, you did your job. You did what you were supposed to do. Just act like you've been there before and be an adult.
I thought your biggest one was women who think they can do the same things that men can.
That's yours.
You've said that. You've said that lots of times.
I don't know.
You said, why do women think they can be equal to men?
Title IX.
It's never come out of my mouth.
You said, I hate Title IX. It's the biggest waste of time ever.
I'm not a real big fan on the bat flip either. The
I
bullshit
thought you were
with-
saying something else.
No, in baseball, the bat flip. I'm not a big fan of that shit either.
I thought he was going to say he's not a real big fan of the bat flack.
Okay, well, no, it's pretty good Batman.
That's our movie pet peeves.
That's right.
My bad.
All right. While we got Big Red here, let's get into this.
And now it's time to pick 'em with us, the Drunk Sports Podcast, in our NFL picks against the spread.
This is my
Boys, it
least
is the
favorite
last
part of
week
the show.
of the regular season. While we had an incomplete last week
We did.
for obvious reasons, Big Red sort of bounced back. Colby had a great week last week.
Wow, you had a great week.
Colby had 6 points out of really, for what we did, a possible 8.
Woo!
Big Red had 4, and I had 3,
Uh-oh.
which gives us Colby and I are now tied for the lead at 79 points.
Yeah, this was
And-
a abysmal year.
Big Red, as he often does, is bringing up the rear.
No.
Wow.
That's not how it's
I mean-
gone. That's not how it's gone. I've won the last 2 years.
Big Red's a big
Not
fan
how
of the
it's
rear.
I can't believe you let them talk to you that way, Big Red.
Well, I'm not there, or
Anal bum cover.
I would bust cans right now.
You'd be too drunk.
Probably.
We tried that once when you were in the studio, and you didn't remember being here.
That's right. Big Red came in here and said, "Give me that," and then you just went.
I did hear you christened the couch
You
in
did.
a few different ways that we had here in the green room, and so
Ah, well,
I did hear
mean,
that.
I had half my damn clothes off, laying there sweating all over it for one.
Here's-
Probably.
Here's live audio of Big Red when he was here. After eating the one chip challenge and almost
That was-
dying.
Oh my God!
It was so
I
great.
still got 2 of those at the house.
So great.
Why?
Huh?
He likes them.
Yeah, just in case.
Dips
There's
them
no
in
way
his
you like
salsa.
them.
Just in case we do it one more time, whatever.
All right, boys. Our first game of the week: the 7-9 Titans at the 8-8 Jaguars. Jaguars favored by 6.5 with a 39.5 point total. Colby and I are tied for the lead. I guess I'm the incumbent, and I still have honors.
Okay.
You have the honor, Your Honor, as they said, and Brian Doyle Murray said once in Caddyshack, and then he giggled. So I'll go first. I'm taking the Jaguars in this one, and I'm also taking the under. Even though I think it's going to be fairly close, because the Titans are due.
Due for
I'm
what?
just kidding. The Titans are going to get obliterated because they absolutely suck right now. Like, there's nothing good going on for the Titans right now. They don't have they're starting, what's his name? Josh Dobbs again, who 3 weeks ago was a NASA scientist.
Yeah, I mean, he still is, but
He still is an aeronautics engineer, and he was literally on NASA TV talking about space travel and crap, and then he got called in.
Well, he's
He
the only
looks like-
quarterback on that team that can read a playbook. I promise.
It
you
looks
that.
like Ryan Shazier and his parents looked like they were completely freaking lost last week.
also when I first saw them pan the camera to the parents, I actually thought that the one that was the dad was the mom, and the one that was the mom was the dad for a little bit.
Wow.
Kinda
Josh
felt
Dobbs?
bad. Yeah,
He looks a little bit like Powder. You ever see that?
I
movie,
thought,
Powder?
yeah, he looks like a darker Powder.
right.
He's the dark Powder,
They also look like they were very serious people, which
dark trooper.
probably
I mean, it's a Tennessee grad. Sorry, RJ.
I am going to go with, of course, the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to win this game. However, I'm struggling because it's 39 points. I'm God, that's going to be right on the number. So either the under or the overs, real.
I mean, look what the Jags did to the Cowboys defense.
I know, but the Titans defense is. You know what? I'm going to go under as well.
Wow, Johnny, do you want to get in on this on week 18?
Why would I not?
Going right ahead.
Let's
then.
have it.
So Jacksonville in the under.
Wow.
Well, I mean, so
We all 4 literally picked the same thing.
yeah,
Well, I mean, Big Red hadn't picked yet.
He did,
Well,
but he
yeah,
came to me
he-
earlier because he didn't know if he could be on.
yeah. I got the Jags in the under, so that means that the Titans in the over is
That's what's going to win.
No, it's a little different last couple weeks in the season, right? I mean, they got shit to play for. I mean,
Yeah, but every time that
Not
me
everybody.
and Big Red pick the same, is Dunskies. It's over with.
okay. All right. Well, I gamble for real, so I'm still holding to my cards.
All right, boys. The 8-8 Detroit Lions that started the season 1-6 have finished they're about to finish it. Well, probably 8-9, but we'll see. The 8-8 Lions at the 8-8 Packers. Packers favored by 4.5 at home with a 49-point total. Man, as much as I hate the Packers, they're playing much, much better the last couple of weeks. That win over Dallas, that come from behind win in the fourth quarter when they were down 14 going into the fourth, that turned their entire season around. And at one point, they had 0 shot at the playoffs.
Right.
And now they kind of control their own density at the playoffs.
Destiny, but
You are my density. Is Aaron Rodgers talking to the playoffs. So I'm going to go Packers. As much as I want the Lions to win. And I'm going under.
Well, go ahead and give me the direct opposite just because the Jekyll and Hyde that is the Detroit Lions. Been thinking about this. It's about time for the monster to show up, and this is going to be one of those stupid games where even though it's Aaron Rodgers doing what he can, I just think this is the Lions game. So give me the Lions and the over.
Man, I hope you're right. Big Red?
I just got skipped over.
No, you're going next.
Is he going next or
No, you.
No. All right.
You.
Give me the Packers in the over.
Johnny's or Lance's an Aaron Rodgers. He loves Aaron Rodgers. He thinks Aaron Rodgers
Go
hung
Pack
the moon.
Go. Especially if the rumor is true that he has his 2010 Super Bowl haircut back. They're definitely winning.
Because that was 12 years ago. Was that the 09 Super Bowl or was that the 09 season in 2010? Whatever.
2010.
They won it at Cowboy Stadium.
So, y'all be good.
All right, Johnny.
Packers in the under. Lions coming off 3 weeks in a row playing in the Dome, going into the hardest place to play in the wintertime.
The frozen tundra.
Packers are going to run the ball. Packers are going to run the ball and just wear them down. There's no substitute for the Lions coming off 3 indoor games and going to very cold scenarios. So Packers in the under.
Oh, just breaking news, boys. I've just been informed by this girl that I'm chatting with. She's a Packers fan.
Oh, well, never mind.
And then she asked me if that was a deal breaker.
What's her name?
So much for.
I really don't want to say it on the air.
Studio.
What's her stage name?
Let's call her Ophelia.
All right.
I was gonna make it.
Ophelia Miranda.
Is she watching right now?
Yes.
Okay. Ophelia, you're a smart lady, and I don't mind you picking the Packers.
I do.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm talking to her now. You're not.
The 9-6-1 New York Giants at the 13-3 Eagles, boys and girls. Eagles favored by 11.5.
Woo, that's a big number.
With a total of 43. I don't care if Jalen Hurts is playing or not. And who was it that said he's not? Colby, that was you?
They've said that they look like he is, but I don't think so, buddy.
They've said for 2 weeks that he could play. And
I don't think so. I think it's worse than what they're saying.
I think it is too. I'm going Giants and I'm going the over. Cobra.
Damn. All right. I got Giants in the over as well.
Big Red. Big Red.
Give me the same. The Giants in the over.
Wow.
I will be taking
Johnny Be Good.
The Giants in the under.
All right, then. Not quite all the same. Still, me and Big Red picked the same. So,
why do you guys pick all these overs? Because you know they're not going to really try to score, and sometimes when you score, you score.
Sometimes when you score,
they're not showing their hand this late of the year. Like they're not throwing the football air raid. I don't know.
They're going to try to win the game.
They got to try and win these games.
They have to try to win the game.
They can win the game by running the football.
Giants or the Eagles can't.
I know. That's why I took the Giants In the under.
And the Giants are going to be throwing the ball because they're going to be behind.
No, they're not.
I need as many.
They're not going to be behind.
Johnny, I need as many gambling lessons as I do golf lessons right now. So
swing with your hips.
Come on down for a few weeks, son.
Not your legs. The 8-8 Patriots at the 12-3 Bills. This is Sunday at noon. The 12-3 Bills at home, favored by 7.5 with a 42.5 point total. The Patriots, I believe, need all of the help in the world to get into the playoffs, and they need, unless they're already eliminated. I probably should know that.
They're not. They're not.
Because I write for the Patriots.
They still have an
do they have like an outside chance, right?
Not much.
Like they have to win and other things have to
win and have help.
They got to win. You got to fall down.
You know what? The Bills are coming off a very emotional week.
Yes, they are.
I mean, literally, the whole NFL is coming off an emotional week. It's not just the Bills.
Nope.
It is at Orchard Park in what used to be called Rich Stadium, and I will always refer to it as Rich Stadium.
Hi, Rich.
Former owner of the Bills. You know what? That's 7.5.
I thought it was 11.
No, it's 7.5. That was the Giants and Eagles was 11.5.
Okay.
I'm going Patriots.
There's no other way to go.
And I'm going the under.
There's no other way to go.
We'll let Colby decide that.
Here's our chance, Colby.
I mean, it is kind of right. Crap. Yeah, I want to say the Bills, but I'm going to go Patriots. I'm going to go the under.
I'm going Bills and over.
Get it.
I think it's an emotional game, and I think they come out and they play, and it's Bills and over.
Wow. All right.
Yes, I do.
I think it's stuck.
Who wears panties?
Colby.
No.
Big Red.
I actually don't wear anything.
Do you want me to get the real winner out here? I mean,
Ophelia. I think Ophelia wears panties.
Keep skipping me. You want me to get the real?
It's your turn right
Can't
now,
wait to take
Gerb. Go
those
ahead.
off.
Oh, you want me to tell?
Waiting on you.
You didn't say me. You're the host. You're the host.
Johnny,
yourself.
who's Johnny? Well, you don't ever wait for that during the golf show.
Well,
Johnny, who's your pick?
There's a reason.
Patriots.
There's a reason.
Golf show is Johnny's show. That's why.
is Johnny's show.
Patriots in the under.
Wow. That's what I said.
That's what I said. So
really, Big Red's the odd man out here.
congratulations on that. We'll find out if the Johnny, Colby, Tim guess alike is also a bad omen.
Trifecta. And finally, boys, and I know everybody's tuning in right now. All those people that weren't watching the show for the previous hour and 40 minutes are all tuning in now for news and notes.
Right.
We will get there momentarily. Consider this a crosstalk with news and notes.
Okay.
As we have the 12-4 Cowboys at the 7-8-1 Commanders. Out of all of our games, the Cowboys are the only road team that's favored. 7.5 points with a 40.5 point total. We've just figured out Sam Howell III from North Carolina will be starting at quarterback in his first start of the season.
No, he's not starting.
No, he's starting.
He's starting.
No, he is
starting.
He's starting now.
He's starting.
Okay.
I have the Cowboys. I think it's only the third time I've picked them all season, by the way.
Right.
I was going to say the second, but okay, I'm good with that.
And I have the over.
God damn it, Tim.
Cowboys might score 40.5 on their own.
Yeah, I am going Cowboys, but crap. You know what? I'm going over too because why not?
Johnny, what's really going to happen?
Washington in the under.
Of course.
I don't even know what to do now because I sent you mine, and so
you already said.
I know, but I'm changing pace. I'm going with Johnny. I'm going.
Oh, now you're going to flip flop?
Is there not one game Washington doesn't want to win, even though they're not in the playoff, then beat the Cowboys? I mean,
no, they want to win. They don't know how to win.
Yeah, they do. Listen,
you're really going to flip flop, Big Red? I already wrote yours down when he texted it to me.
Well, then change it.
All right, this is your one mulligan.
No, there are no mulligans.
That Washington team that you're talking about wanting to win this game, has so much give up right now.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody shows
I
up.
don't even care.
Well, I'm not really so sure you say that because, a lot of these.
I just did. I'm pretty sure I said that.
That's fact. Fact check for you for sure.
Uh-huh.
But these are job interviews for some of these Washington guys, right? So they're going to try to play hard for some of these guys to get another job. So I think they're going to play hard.
They can play hard,
and
but
they have
suck.
nothing to lose, and they're at home.
Nothing to win.
Like I said, I think the Cowboys are going to win the game, but that magic number is 7, and it goes to 7.5. Could be a late cover by Washington when Dallas potentially could be up, and they're want to rest some guys. So it's all about the number, not about the talent.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the most profound thing ever said on these airwaves.
That's why Johnny's not usually here for this time, because we're always usually drunk and nobody can form coherent sentences.
All right.
We're all drunk.
Here's my penis.
Boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Shots fired.
He'll find it in a second.
Oh, yeah, we have an intro, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready, Colby? Big ready hanging out, or are you bowing out?
I'm going to hang for this one.
Uh-oh. You know things are coming?
I may.
That's what she said.
Well, that's what she said on. Yeah, that's what she said.
Kind of trailed off there a little bit.
Thank you, Gerb. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Big Red. Thank you, me, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to London.
Good day, mate.
Where Barry Carroll, he's a 72-year-old antiquities owner.
I think that's the first time that Tim has ever gotten the good day, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, before you get started, Colby, can I throw one thing out there really quick?
Sure.
This was requested. So I'm talking to this girl.
We know this. We know you said this like
I met her on Facebook dating.
And
you can't send pictures or links or anything on Facebook dating. They make you like either fess up and go to the phone or whatever.
Fair.
I said, hey, I think we're good. I think you need to call me. I think you need to text me for reals.
What did he say? What did he say after that?
Here's my phone number, bitch. Use it. I gave her the wrong number by accident.
No, you didn't.
No, I did.
Whose number did you give her?
I don't know. But there was one number off because I have poor eyesight.
Hey,
and I was probably drunk.
You give my number?
I gave her your number, Johnny. Did she call you? So, yeah, we figured that out. Sorry, but I had to say that so that she knew that it was on accident.
Check for you.
Love you, Colby.
So Barry Carroll, which by the way, I've already said is a antiquities dealer. So that's his job. And he runs an antique shop, right? Well, he bought a space and for his antique shop in London. And he's got, like the living quarters upstairs above his antique shop. And he bought this place. And when he bought it, because it didn't just appear, there was train tracks beside it. And now his King George V Road apartment is constantly having a train go beside it, which is keeping him up all night. So he's now complaining to the London government and whoever's can be fixing this that they need to.
But it was already there, right?
They need to move the train.
Oh my God!
Here's the thing. It was there before he moved in, but he's actually gaining traction.
About moving it?
About moving it.
Gaining traction? Is that like, did you do that on purpose?
No. It was just stupid to me that they let the man move in. And he starts complaining about, hey, man, I can't sleep at night because of the train. They're thinking about moving the tracks.
Wow.
So
participation
that
trophy.
Just tells all of you, just complain a lot more. Maybe something will get done.
Colby, I grew up in a house in Carrollton. We moved there when I was 3.
Uh-huh.
I moved out when I was in 5th grade. Railroad tracks literally like 200 feet behind our house.
Right.
And it would come through at night. It was very soothing. It was ASMR before there was ASMR.
Oh, no. It was.
And when I moved, I couldn't sleep because there was no train noise.
Right. That's the same for me. Like if there's a storm or something that comes through and it's super loud and everybody else is like, oh my God, I can't sleep. I'm like, no, that just put my ass to sleep. I'm great. So yeah, the same with trains and everything else. Oh, there's Big Red with a paper hat. That's cool.
Drunk.
So let's go from there to We're going to Australia.
Good day, mate. Oh, wait, it worked.
It did work. The reason why we're going to Australia is because there was a woman named Nikki. Nikki had dyed her hair blonde.
She hot?
She's a little bit older than what you'd want her to be.
She's older than 25?
Yeah, she's older than 25, so it doesn't really matter.
Damn it.
And she might have the real number.
By the way,
AIDS?
By the way, I said that knowing that she was 27. So
Oh yeah, she's no. I'm out. I'm out.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Now they do have one of the grocery store chains that are there in Australia is called Asada. Okay. And that's important to know because after she dyed her hair blonde, bleached it, I guess would be the correct term. Have you ever seen the ladies put the plastic bags on their heads, to kind of keep everything else away from it, whatever? That's a constant when used to be when, sister, somebody was dying, they'd have run around with a Kroger sack or
it's like a cone for a dog.
No, it's just to make sure nothing else gets on the dye.
They should
or
sell those for wives.
Okay. Well, come to find out, you shouldn't do that with Asada plastic bags because the ink runs.
Oh no!
She went to a party with the Asada logo in green all the way across the top of her head. Here, when she was doing her hair, she couldn't see it. She went to the party not knowing why everybody was poking fun at her. So she's ended up now a TikTok video. So if y'all want to go check that out and find that, look for Asada lady.
Wow.
Did she get money for it? Like a sponsor?
It's hilarious.
Is her first name Carne?
No, but at this point, I wished it was.
That's great.
I wished it was. So
I'm dating Carne Asada.
The Asada lady showed up again. That was pretty cool. So we go from there. This is actually another TikTok video, but so there was a mom that's grandma had bought a little toy cell phone for the 9-month-old baby, right? So it's a little toy cell phone that they just like, here you go, because 9-month-old, it doesn't matter what you get the kid as long as it's something that makes a little noise or whatever, they're good, right?
The best gift for 9-month-old, plastic bags.
Right. So it was a Lindsay brand little toy cell phone.
Or code.
And so the 9-month-old,
it's too late for that.
The 9-month-old was playing with the remote when grandma walked by. And as she walked by, they'd put the batteries in it or whatever. And the kid was like chewing on it, hit a button, and it started telling jokes. Now this thing is on it says for like babies or whatever, right? It's for kids, right?
Wow.
And it started telling jokes. And one of the first joke it said was, what goes clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, bang, bang, clip, clop, clip, clop.
My girlfriend's IUD.
No, an Amish drive-by.
Wow. That was better than mine. Wow.
That might be the funniest thing. That was awesome.
So there was a couple other jokes that was in there too. Again, for really young children. My brother has a job with 10,000 people under him. And then the phone says his friend replied, "Wow, he must be a CEO of a corporation." And then the phone says, "Nope. He cuts the grass for a cemetery."
I take that back. That's the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing. Yeah. You know how many people are dead in that cemetery?
Probably about 10,000.
All of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow,
semi-racist gun drive-by jokes and then dead people jokes for the kids.
Should
right?
I start insulting Amish people now?
No, that was
too late.
Yeah.
Just Chinese and Mexicans. And the
And
blind gays.
So let's go to Richmond, Virginia, where residents of Richmond neighborhood say that they are changing the locks as the man called the neighborhood creep remains at large, which that nickname that he got's a lot better than the one he gave himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So he was last heard outside screaming that he was the public masturbator.
Okay, look, he can't use the name that I used in middle school.
So
no wonder you went to 3 schools.
That was high school.
Oh,
the Teresa Gold, who told 8 News that she had recently started limiting her kids' playtime outside because she was scared of the neighborhood creep coming by, or just, I don't know how that he got called the neighborhood creep when he literally goes by and just tells everybody and screams at the top of his lungs that he's the public masturbator, which, by the way,
Can we put that on the wheel of misfortune that you have to drive through a neighborhood and scream that?
No.
I
No.
call that band
I
name.
mean, scream
I call
that,
that
not
band
actually do that. You'll end up in
Well, no,
some
you have
kind
to
of-
do it. No, you have to carry it out.
Right. You don't have to prove it to them.
You know, we have a lot to lose here. Like, that's probably not the best thing to do.
We lock the door.
So I just call that band name.
There you go.
Public masturbator.
Let's go to Pittsburgh, where Pittsburgh police are investigating a reported robbery of a pizza delivery driver. He told police that he was held up at gunpoint. They took his money and the pizza. And wait, that's not all. They then forced him into the trunk of his own car
Oh, no.
and then drove off for several miles and then got out of the car and left him in the trunk.
Isn't that normal?
Been there.
Now, here's the thing. I got to ask, why'd you do all the other stuff to the delivery driver? You've already got the pizza. You've already got the cash.
What's left?
Why do you got to lock him in the trunk? Okay, fine, lock him in the trunk. Why then do you have to take his car and drive off with it to a secret location?
Well,
what was all the rest of it for?
The thrill of the
They
ride.
didn't get a ride home.
The
Right.
thrill of the hunt.
So if you drove him to next to your house, then that's where the police are going to show up.
Well, what pizza place was it? Because, you know, some of those pizza places, they got those new ovens, delivery ovens.
Oh, Domino's, the
They
car.
got those good ass ovens. So I'll take that whole goddamn oven.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's probably a hybrid.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Either that or the same Ford Fiesta that most people.
Festiva.
The Festiva.
I like the Fiesta.
There you go.
Of course you do.
Let's go to let's. All right.
The oven messed you up.
No. Let's go to Fukuoka.
Oh, I like her.
Yep.
Dated her for a
I'm
while.
sure it's Fukuoka.
Are we Eskimo brothers, Gerb?
Hell to the no.
Yeah,
Probably.
I bet we are.
More than likely.
No chance.
Y'all
we
been
are.
in enough bars at the same time.
Yeah.
That might have happened.
Just probably from tailgaters.
Lance, tell him we definitely are not.
I bet not.
I mean, Lance and I are.
I said,
No,
Lance, tell
we're
him.
not. No, we are not. No, Tim, we are not.
We know Colby and I are.
No, we don't.
Why are you making up shit?
Sure not.
I need more vodka. Where's Demira?
I've never been in the same garage that you parked your coupe in.
Nobody would tell anyway.
So there you go.
Hung like a pimple.
All right. So we're going to fuck you, okay? It's close enough.
Massachusetts?
Yeah. So in their battle against the by the way, this is in China. In their battle against the
It is.
coronavirus and global warming. Global
warning. It could go both ways. It could go both ways.
It could. In their battle against it, they've decided that they're
like Tim, it could go both ways.
yeah.
Hey ho! I like all ethnicities.
A community youth group in fuck you, okay, has decided that to strengthen their battle against the coronavirus and global warming, almost did it again. They have put together an 8.5 meter, 22 meter long, so 8.5 meter tall, 22 meter long, made out of straw, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Made out of straw.
So they built a straw dinosaur, and that's their way of fending off the coronavirus and global warming. And fuck you, okay? So hey, man, sometimes it's just weird news, man. I mean, I look for the news of the weird, and damn it, if somebody builds a straw Tyrannosaurus to fend off the coronavirus and fuck you, okay?
So
that's going to make it in the news notes.
Is it supposed to scare the coronavirus?
Is that the new Burning Man?
It looks kind of scary. It also looks flammable as shit.
Do you think it could dissuade pregnancy?
No.
I mean, kind of. If that was there, I'd have trouble. Like if it was like, hey, let's go up against the straw Tyrannosaurus.
Could you get it up if you were next to a straw Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I'd be afraid of catching a straw in the urethra.
You ever laid on straw? It's not real comfortable.
I've had sex on straw. I mean, I was by myself.
I said laid on.
That's-
Just because
that's-
you've had sex doesn't mean you've laid on straw.
Well, I wasn't standing on it.
And also, finally, and other shit besides the fuck.
Colby's
you,
moving
okay?
on.
There is a video out there, and I will post it onto my Twitter. I just thought it was kind of cool as two folks that were in Derbyshire. They Bill and Jane Carter looked out into their back lawn and saw them a two-legged fox dancing.
Megan Fox?
No.
She got 4 thumbs.
That's the trot tango.
Yeah, the two-legged fox dancing, and it's not. And the 2 legs it was missing was not its front legs.
Oh,
it was
no.
its back legs. So it's handstanding with its foxtail and everything else, just kind of gyrating up and down. So
that's the epitome of foxtrot, I guess.
I mean that sure is. So if you ever see somebody that's dancing on a dance floor by being on their hands and jiggling their genitalia and butt in the air, then you can call that the new foxtrot.
I mean, that's my standard first date.
I mean, if you can actually do a handstand, I would be so fucking surprised.
I can do one right now.
Do it.
You're hard.
Do it.
You're hard on the Brits tonight.
I'm gonna have to
You're
pee.
raw on the Brits tonight. Devonshire is in Britain.
I mean, it is.
You're hard on them tonight.
Yeah, but
You said hard on.
yeah, but Richmond, Virginia is the place that had the public masturbators. So
Good day, mate.
That's still in London.
yeah, so I don't know if that
I don't think that's
counts.
geographically accurate.
I think he's
know
from
if that
Spain.
counts. So that's news and notes from Fuck You, okay?
Wow, we had a fuck you okay in news and notes.
Mm-hmm.
We also had Big Red from Fuck You, Missouri.
Right.
That's right.
We're coming at you live from Fuck You, Texas.
Oh, I'm on a big screen. I better put up.
Well, you've been on the big screen for your segment.
That's enough of those words.
Of the segment?
No.
I mean, I was just quoting a city that's in Japan where all the Chinese live.
I love them.
Big Red? Oh, wait, let me intro the outro. We are the Drunk Sports Podcast live from the DSP Media Fan Stream Sports Studios in North Dallas. We will be back on Monday, and we will recap the Dallas Cowboys and the who they play again? Washington Commandos.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have lots of other sports and non-sport stuff. We'll probably offend some other ethnicities at some point.
Well, Tim will.
Well, Tim will.
Well, Gerb will.
No, sir.
We might talk some golf with Gerb too, as he thinks he knows stuff about golf.
Yeah. Thinking.
Might do that a little bit. Big Red won't be here because, well, he owns a golf course and he has other duties apparently up there in the Great White North.
Duties.
But I said duties. And I will give you an update though on Monday on my text conversation with this girl I am talking to from Facebook.
And I so want to hear.
I'll show
dating,
pictures.
Dating advice, please, has to be the segment.
Well, we can't start that yet.
Why? I said Monday. Why? Because I promise you, after you mess this up this weekend,
I'll mess them all up.
We're gonna need this.
All right. Not only will I update you on my personal failures, I will also tell you how you can personally fail at dating, as Gerb so eloquently requests.
I tried to sugarcoat it. I did.
Don't sugarcoat your what?
I tried to sugarcoat your.
Man, this
sugarcoated my what?
You're trying this dismount and it sucks. Big Red.
No, I was gonna. No, he's trying to sugarcoat my penis. I don't need a penis to be sugarcoated.
Hey,
Big Red.
Big Red, walk us on out of here, bud.
Folks, as always, thank you so much for all the likes and tweets and everything else that you do for us on UTwitface. Without you, we couldn't be us. We love you. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Take care of yourselves. Love one another. Be kind to each other and make somebody smile. We love you. Good night.
That was disappointing.
It's a lot better than
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Wasn't that
Join us
great?
next time for more sports
Still
talk.
better than you.
Till next time,
Why
remember.
you ever? Wasn't that great?
Got you down.
I've seen better.
The funnest night ever.
We're all drunk.
God damn it, Griggs.
Shut up, Tim. We're not talking about my mother.
Better.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You want to turn this off, or we just?
I'm working on it.
Or...
Things froze. Oh crap! It's frozen. I think we're still on the air.
I know. I'm pretty sure we are.
Oh, we're still on the
says
air.
live.